So, I have been very vocal on my social media about the Black Lives Matter movement and trying to educate and pass along information that could be potentially helpful and just keep things going because it's hard after so long. But, we can't let things die out. Um, and I'm sorry if this is going to be a huge word jumble. It's hard, getting my thoughts organized. But I just read something that, hurt my heart a lot. Um, and I just need to address it. Not directly, because I don't want to directly engage with people right now, but it's okay in the midst of everything to be exhausted. It is exhausting fighting for rights and, talking about all this really messed up shit. It is fine being exhausted because it's exhausting. But being overwhelmed to the point where you don't care and where you openly don't care because you're afraid of getting called out, or you're afraid of being too political or just being silent, that's where the problem lies. And it's hard, and it's okay to take a break. It's totally fine to take a break. If you need to take a break for your own mental health, that's fine. But just saying, you know what, there's too much shit going on, I don't care. We can't do that right now. We can't just not care about our fellow people in this country that have been discriminated against for hundreds and hundreds of years. And, it needs to stop. And if people are calling you out for the sake of trying to make that better, that means they care about you. That means that they love you and they care enough to try and make change on an individual level, which is very hard. We need to grow together, to heal together, and growth, especially as a white person, is just really uncomfortable because, at the very least, we have these internalized microaggressions just because society has them built in, and addressing those is really uncomfortable sometimes, but it's necessary. And at the very most, people are hateful and ignorant and violent towards people of color, but especially Black people. And, that's the obvious thing. That's the obvious, oh, you're a racist. Yeah, that's very obvious. But these microaggressions are things that, you just have to confront them, and you have to educate yourself. And if people in your life are willing to try and educate you, then that is a blessing. And instead of hearing that and hearing it as an attack on yourself or your morality, that's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to help. They're trying to help their friends, their loved ones, etc. grow, so that we can grow on a more broader spectrum, and so that we can heal. Because, you see how much pain is out there right now. It's so obvious. And it's so justified. And the exhaustion that we feel from trying to help correct that, from trying to make real change, from trying to educate one another and trying to grow ourselves, the exhaustion that we feel from that is nowhere close to the exhaustion that people of color, but especially Black people, face every single day for just surviving, for just trying to live their lives. It's nowhere close to that. We can't even begin to imagine. So instead of being silent or not caring or speaking over Black voices, We need to amplify their voices. We need to say something. It's okay to take a break once in a while, but it's the work that needs to be done. I love you, and if you ever want to talk about stuff, I'm not the most educated person out there, but I'm trying. And if you ever want to talk, I am willing to engage. So I will try and find resources for you. I will try and give you my input. I will try and, get input from people whose voices are, not white. But yeah, if you ever need that, and are willing to do the work and to grow with me, I am happy to try and grow with you too. I love you. Bye.